of battles that go on verbally, a lot of positioning.
Yep.
And it's a rush when you actually get a deal done.
Yeah, no, look, fantastic. And, you know, the evolution of the sport and, I mean, the evolution of the world, the business world, as well as the fighting world, everything's always evolving, sort of like Charles Darwin or the evolution of the world, if you follow me.
Yes, it is. That's the truth. Everything evolves, and you better learn how to evolve with it.
That's right. So when I'm writing about this later, I mean, I guess we'll have to cover the fact that you're involved in many aspects, not one-dimensional. I'm actually in a satellite office at the moment, like a portable office. It's not my own personal office. It's shared. You know what I mean? But as they say, the show must go on. So whether you're at your fancy 5-star office or your 3-star, you sometimes just got to do it, because there's sometimes never a perfect time, but that's just the way it is. But Ken, I've got a few questions here. Look, I could talk to you for hours, but you haven't got hours, and even have I, really. But look, when did you first discover your passion from MMA? How did it all come about and to get to the point you are now? I mean, you've probably written a book on it or in the process of writing another book, but how did you discover your passion for MMA?
Well, I tell you, the passion basically came when I was introduced to it by Dave Malenko, a wrestling buddy of mine, a pro wrestler. He showed me a tape of these guys actually doing this mixed martial arts. And I saw it, and I was so just blown away about the kicking and the punching, and then going to the ground. They were trying to do these locks on each other, and then they would get back up and do it again. And the amount of time that they were spinning in the ring straight, I just thought, man, now, see, that's me. That's something I want to do. And so Dean sent me over, and I did a tryout. And once I did the tryout, had my first fight, I never looked back.
Fantastic. Did you have any early indicators that you would be as successful in the martial arts world and then later in the pro wrestling world as you actually became?
Yeah, when I had my very first fight, I fought in front of 17,000 people in Japan.
Wow.
And I won my first match, and then after I won my first match, the audience, the crowd chanted my name in Japanese. I didn't realize what they were saying. Sammy, the ref, told me they were chanting my name. I think at that point I realized that I had an opportunity to do something in this sport.
Yeah, fantastic. And as we know, America and the rest of the world is still getting that Japanese influence. So whether we're talking the current UFC or I mean, we know about Pancrase Wrestling, WWE style has actually become more of a strong style. So, I mean, there's no doubt. I mean, I'll say it because sometimes people go, oh, you know, Ken's saying it, but you were one of the ultimate innovators in pro wrestling and MMA, much like somebody like a Dynamite Kid or a Ken Shamrock. We know about your old associate Dan Severin. You guys led the path to even what we see produced today.
Yeah, you know, I always look at pro wrestling and I look at it, pro Ken Shamrock, and, you know, just think about what they did prior to me coming in there and what they're doing now after I was there.
Yep.
It changed the way that wrestlers approach matches.
Yep.
There's so many different submission holds, there's so many different things that these guys are using as finishing holds. Whereas before I came in, it wasn't that big of a deal for submission, and now it is.
Yes, yeah. And with the state of the business today, I mean, obviously you've been doing more of your public speaking and different business ventures. I mean, would you say you retain a love or a passion for pro wrestling, or has it more evolved to business, or do you enjoy doing both?
I think where I'm sitting right at this point in time in my life, I've definitely got more passion towards building things in the business world. I have ideas of being able to help troubled youth, being able to try to make money to help make their lives better, giving them opportunities to be better people, and things like celebrity entrepreneurs, where we actually get to help celebrities who are coming to the end of their career, be able to find ways for them to do things they love doing using an entrepreneur. So we're actually basically we're matchmakers, because we match celebrities and entrepreneurs together to be able to work together, to be able to create income for these celebrities when they're done with their careers. So for me, right now it's jousting with that, trying to make sure that I don't want to be second best to anybody when it comes to working best.
But look.